All right, here we go. Thursday morning. Had a real good training session in the gym. Knocked out some shoulders, and the particular split I'm on, I'll do legs this afternoon. So just to give you guys a history on my fitness journey, it started, hell, as far as being really serious about it when I enlisted in the Army. We did your standard push-ups, sit-ups one day, and then we'd run the next, and that's just what we did for 12 years. I never touched a single weight, never spent a day in the gym. When I enlisted in the Army, I weighed 108 pounds. 108 pounds. I was 5'8", 108. I looked like an 11-year-old girl. It was pretty pathetic, but I was always built small back then. Obviously, I hit some growing spurts, thank the Lord, but I started lifting seriously to improve my physique and my physical appearance. Oh gosh, it was probably '08. It was either '08 or '09, I can't really remember. And some years were better than others, but I've been really serious at it since 2014. So this will be year number 5 where I've trained, gosh, 350 days a year. I don't take many off days. If I do, it's seldom and in between. My body, even at my age, is recovering quickly. I'm not lifting real heavy. Moderate weight. I do, just your standard compound movements. I'm never in the gym for more than 30, 35 minutes. I do what I got to do and I get out of there. So we all start somewhere. And I had someone message me the other day. I can't remember who it was, a guy a little younger than me, but he had mentioned that, with the kids and work and time management, he just didn't have time to get to the gym. So I said, look, I've run into that too, and I've been in correspondence with people who train professionally, who are trainers, who compete, blah, blah, blah. And we've discussed in the past things you can do right there at the house that without even going to the gym. And real popular thing to do, and especially if you guys are just getting started. I know we just had January 1st come along, the New Year's resolutioners. Hard for those folks to really stay consistent. They get derailed somehow, they get unmotivated, something happens, they just lose kind of that drive to do it for 12 months instead of just January. So something you can try at home if you're watching TV, and it doesn't have to be hardcore, but every time a commercial comes on, get down and do 20 push-ups. Next time the commercial comes on, get down and do 20 sit-ups. Next time the commercial, do 20 wide arm push-ups. Next commercial, do 20 crunches. And you'll find that even just doing that 3 days a week, you'll start to see changes in your physical body. You'll start to feel better. I'm telling you, it works. It may sound a little silly to you if you never tried it, but it's definitely something you can do as an alternative to going to the gym, especially if you're going in the evenings. I know almost every gym I've trained at across the entire fucking planet, if you're there between 5 and 7, it's a shit show. Everybody's there. Everybody's fucking talking and texting and grunting and screaming like a bunch of fucking retards. And nobody's training, but they're damn sure wasting time on the equipment that seems like you need to use. So when I'm working regularly, I'm on vacation now, but I'm in the gym at 5 o'clock, 5:30 a.m. I like to train in the morning because our days get a little hectic out here on the pipeline. And a lot of times when you're coming off that right away and you're heading home, it's already 5 o'clock. You got an hour ride, then you come home, you try and stuff a little bit of food in your face to pre-workout, and you're at the gym and it's a shit show. So figure out what works best for your schedule. Don't push it. If you're just getting into the gym, I always tell people, if you get in there and act like an asshole and you try and look like Arnold Schwarzenegger after your first day, you're going to injure yourself. And common sense even tells you that you can't train if you're injured. You can't train that body part. So you've already fucked up. So be patient. I go to the gym 50% to look good with my shirt off. I can be honest with you about that. And the other 50% is therapy. It keeps me from chopping people in the face with a tomahawk. I'm high energy, I'm high strung, and it's a great way for me to burn off my nervous energy. It's a great way for me to relieve my stress. If I have something on my mind, I can go in the gym, I can think about it just briefly, and I take what's bothering me or I take what's worrying me, and I turn that shit into aggression. And I take that aggression out on the weights. And it works wonderfully for me. It always has, and I feel like it always will. The VA the other day when I went, tried to put me on these fucking medications and all this shit, I refuse to do that. I'll go into what the VA did to me a couple years ago when I had an incident to give you some background on why I can't stand that fucking organization. They're getting better. But for me, I don't take any medicine. I don't even take Motrin. I mean, my neck and back and shoulders are so destroyed from my military service and the hard work I did as a young man in physical labor. But I endure the pain, man. Fucking, I earn that shit. So I deal with it. It doesn't slow me down. It doesn't hold me back. It pisses me off on occasion. But I guess I've gotten used to it, so it's just another part of my everyday life. Boo fucking who, nobody cares. Just keep kicking ass. But I find that if I'm in the gym, and I'm in there a lot, everything works out for me. So again, we all start somewhere. If you're going to the gym for the first time, don't worry about what you're lifting weight-wise. Don't worry if people are looking at you. Don't worry about trying to overdo it. Focus on the long-term goal. And I remember, you guys remember me talking about making short-term goals throughout the day. You can do that, and you can still think long-term. It's possible to do. Just be aware of what you're doing in the gym at that time and think about what you're going to do tomorrow. Don't worry about next week, next month, or even at the end of the year. Just remember that what you're doing now, it's going to work. And if you feel like you're looking better already or you're feeling better, imagine what you're going to look like and feel like next month after you put in a good 30 days and then on and on and on. And I find that keeps me very motivated. So, pretty good response to yesterday's video. I really appreciate you guys taking time out of your busy schedule to listen to me run my man pleaser over here. I'm thinking tomorrow that I'm going to have a topic that's relative to kind of what's going on with politics. I don't like to really talk about politics and religion, but hey, they're two major facets in our life. I'm going to offer some thoughts relative to what I think and how I feel and my way of thinking about what's going on in the country. And then, based on your feedback, we can talk about your thoughts or your opinions. So I'm not 100% sure on if that's going to be the episode I do or not, but that's kind of what I'm leaning towards. So you guys are welcome to leave some feedback on if you want to talk about something else. But I haven't talked about that lately. And then, of course, before the Super Bowl, probably Saturday, I'll probably make a video about how my sobriety is going wonderfully well. I feel fantastic. I did have a little bit of a craving a couple days ago, and I was able to immediately just, work past that and think about my trigger words and trigger thoughts. Not like those gosh damn lunatic liberals, that kind of triggering, but triggering as far as the response in my brain from my conscious thinking and subconscious thoughts relative to what I think about at that time and the positive side of things translates into pushing that negative stuff out of my head. And we'll get into all that power of thought and power of persuasion and positive thinking, all that shit. We'll get into that in future episodes. But it's working well. I'm finding that I'm drinking a lot of soda. I've never been a Coca-Cola guy or a Pepsi guy. I do like a Mountain Dew, but I've been craving those. I don't know if that's a substitute in my mind, the caffeine for the alcohol, but fuck it. If I want a Coke, I'll go get a Coke. I'm not going to fight myself on that. So other than that, man, I feel fantastic. Again, I thank you guys for the support. It means a lot. Day by day. I'm taking it day by day, meal by meal. The puppy's in good shape. We've got work coming up, so the vacation will be over here in a couple weeks. And also, there's some people that are very important in my life that I talked to you guys about, especially my brother John on here. I'm going to get him on. We're going to try and do a telephone call, and I can record it for you guys. Hell of a dude. Like I said, he's just, I don't know if you can be more than a brother. You got your friends, your best friend, your brother. And this guy's more than that, but I love that cracker. And I talked to him briefly yesterday. We're going to get on. It's an interesting story. What we've been doing the last few years and the shit we've got ourselves into and got ourselves out of. And it'll be a real funny, feel good kind of interview thing. So I'm working on that. And again, I I'm not doing anything by script here. I'm just, whatever comes to my mind or what I'm thinking about topic-wise, I'm going to get on here, record it, and again, shoot from the hip. I think that's the realest way to do it, and I think you guys can tell that's probably the most genuine and sincere way for me to come across to you. So, again, fitness, if you got any questions, hit me on the DM on Insta, and I can give you a little heads up on what I do. Again, I'm not a professional. I'm not a certified anybody, la-di-da-di. I'm just a guy that, paid attention to what other dudes were doing, did my own research, read some books, tried a couple different things in the gym to see how I responded or how I failed to respond, and adjusted fire and took off from there. So have a great Thursday. It's still cloudy and cool here in Texas. We're looking at rain and temperatures in the 60s and 70s coming up in the next few days. So it's going to be a rainy Super Bowl here. If you're in the Midwest or you're in the Northeast, I hope y'all aren't freezing to death. Light a fire in your panties and figure out something to do to stay warm, happy, and motivated. And I will talk to y'all again soon. Have a great day.